This is my coffee, okay? I need it daily to like keep my sanity. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the start of a new reading vlog. I haven't done a whole lot of reading vlogs on my channel, but it is something that I would like to get into more just because I have a lot of fun when I am filming them. I just haven't done a whole lot. So it is currently 4 p.m. on Sunday evening, so I'm kind of in that mood where I'm kind of dreading my work week tomorrow, and so I just kind of want to sit and read and do nothing. I basically have all my chores and everything done for the week, so I thought we could just hang out this Sunday evening, read till I go to bed, which is sometime past midnight, because I'm not willing to sacrifice my middle of the night peace and quiet to read, no matter how tired I'll be the next day. But anyway, I thought this could be a fun Sunday night reading vlog. It might turn into a weekly reading vlog, I don't know. But I do have a small little stack here of plans that I can do for tonight. So first thing, I started reading The Devil of Dublin earlier this afternoon. I'm about 5 chapters in, but I'm really enjoying this. This is a buddy read with my friend Demi, and we're reading it a lot quicker than we normally read buddy reads, so I don't know, depending on how much she wants to read today, who knows, maybe I'll finish this tonight. If not, this will be something for the next few days, but I'm really enjoying this so far. I've been kind of on a big Irish men kick lately. I don't know, there's just something about those accents that gets me. So that is option 1. For option 2 on my Kindle, I have an Arc of the Coven by Harper L. Woods. This is the same author that wrote the Beyond the Veil series, and this is the first book in a new paranormal series, so I know it's really going to be really good. A lot of my friends have already been reading it and they really like it, so I will probably try to make a big dent into that as well. And then if I am not feeling either of those books, it's been a long time since I've read a fantasy, so option 1 for fantasy is Deadlands. This is the 3rd book in the Savage Land series. I read the first 2 books last year, and then I did start this book last year, and then I just kind of never went back to it. But I really do enjoy the series. I kind of wanted to dive back into it. But if that one is not calling my name, I also do have Guild. I have been wanting to start the Plated Prisoner series for a while. Maybe this might be a good opportunity to start. And then if I'm just not feeling fantasy, I also have Mile High. I've been wanting to start this book for a while, so maybe I'll get to that tonight. But if I'm not feeling any of those, I may change it up a little bit and read a graphic novel. I just picked this up last week. This is The Kang Wars. So this is a big, like, tie-in to what's being built in Phase 5 and Phase 6 of the MCU right now. So I don't know, so that is my little TBR stack for this fun Sunday evening, and we will see how much reading I get done. So I haven't made much progress. I did read 2 more chapters of Devil of Dublin, so I am about at the 25% mark. I did just pause to film a rec video that either will be out before or after this video, I don't know. But anyway, I am up to the part where we are going to get in present day. You do spend a good chunk of this book when they are kids. Now, I will say that I didn't know a whole lot about this book going into it. I just knew a few things. One of them being that our male hero is mute, and he is this scary mafia guy in Dublin. And then I did know that the story starts when they were kids. That was all that I knew about it. And normally I get really bored if a story spends a good chunk of it like in the past. But I have to say, these 2 characters have such a connection at an early age. You can tell. And it's definitely one of those stories because of him and his past trauma that she's going to be the only one that he like finds solitude in or something like that. I don't know, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So I am up to present day. I don't know what's gonna happen, but there is a lot of Irish folklore with fairies and stuff like that, and I think that's really gonna play into here. I'm getting like Fated Mates vibes, but we shall see. But that is my update. I have about 20-ish minutes until The Last of Us is gonna come on, but I still need to make dinner, so probably gonna convince my husband to make dinner while I can read a little bit more of this, take a little bit of a break, watch the new Last of Us, because Pedro comes first. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, did I show you guys my bookmark? Like, yeah, hello. Okay, so I'll take a little bit of a break, eat some dinner, watch The Last of Us, and then I will give you guys some more thoughts. But this is a really quick and easy read. It's just over 300 pages, so I wouldn't be surprised if I finish this tonight. But like I said, I am buddy reading it, so it kind of just all depends on how that goes. Okay, so it is about 10:30. I have watched The Last of Us. It was really, really good. The finale is next week. So tonight's episode, if you've played the games, it was the David one. I've played the games, so I knew this was going to be like really intense. And I think the show did a better job than the game. Like, I love the game, but I just think the show is doing a really, really good job. Like, it's one of those adaptations where I love both versions, if that makes sense. But anyway, so I did read some more of this. I'm a little more than halfway through. And funny story, while I was watching The Last of Us, Demi texted me and she's gonna bail out of this buddy read. She's not really feeling it, which is funny because I am anticipating this is gonna be a 5-star for me. I am really, really liking this. I will say it did take a turn that I was not expecting. So when you get to present time, Darby, our heroine, her grandfather who lived in Ireland has died. That's how she met our hero, was her grandfather lived in Ireland and her mom just came to visit every summer. And you pick up 8 years later and her grandfather's died, so she's at the funeral and she's there with her fiance, and I thought it was gonna go in a certain direction, but it really took a turn very quickly. But like I said, I am not hating this. So I'm more than halfway through. Like I mentioned in my last update, these two just have this like chemistry and connection that's very rare to read. Like, I obviously read nothing but romance, but I feel like to have this connection so early on, you only get it in certain books. And this is definitely one of those soulmates have to conquer everything type of book. But I'm absolutely loving this. I'm really trying to not give you guys spoilers because I went into this book blind, and I think others need to do it just to get the better overall feel. But from what I've read, I'm really loving it. Like I said, I'm anticipating it to be a 5-star. It's 10:30 now. I'm starting to get ready for bed. I'm going to try to read a little bit more, but I'm probably going to finish this tomorrow. So this will probably be a few days of a reading vlog. I don't know, we'll see, but I have my other stack to read. I think I might read a little bit of my arc in bed before I go to sleep, but I will probably update you guys more tomorrow. Okay, so it is Monday afternoon. If my hair looks a little different, I just got done with a hair appointment, so that's why I do have a little bit of stained dye, but that's okay. All right, I did get a bigger chunk of this done while I was sitting in the blow dry chair, but I am almost through, and I have to say I'm loving this. I think I said last night that this was probably going to be a 5-star read. I am standing by that. I will say that it's very different than what I thought it would be. I know I think I mentioned in my last update that it took a direction that I didn't see coming, but I'm not hating it. I will say, however, it's not very mafia to me. I know a lot of people push this book as the fact that he's Irish mafia, but he's really not. He's like this hitman for the Irish mafia, but there's really not a whole lot of mafia elements to it. So I will say, if you're trying to pick up a book for mafia, I would steer clear of this just based on that, but I'm still absolutely loving the book. I'm loving what's going on with the couple. Like I said, they just have this connection with each other, and I will also say both of them have very dark and twisted pasts, and it comes up a lot in here, especially when these two try to be intimate with each other, because they were both abused as children, and it's very heavy topics, but like I said, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm definitely at a point now where like a lot of shit is happening and we're getting to the end, but I'm really enjoying this, and honestly I kind of want to read another book about an Irish man after this. After reading this and Boys of Tommen, I think it's safe to say I'm developing a thing for Irish men, so we'll see what I can come up with, but I'm gonna finish this and then I will let you guys know my final thoughts. Okay, it is much later Monday night. I think it's like 9:30 or something, but I have finished Devil of Dublin. I absolutely love this. 5 out of 5 stars. This is probably going to be one of my infinity star reads. I loved this. I will say too, this is a quick, easy read. It's just over 300 pages. So if you're looking for something quick to fly through, this is a good one. But I loved it. I loved the setup, so I don't really want to spoil it too much because I really think you should go in blind. But I will say that yes, this is a contemporary romance, but there is like a kind of a magic fantasy element to it. It's very small, it's not very huge, but it's got a lot of fun Irish folklore to it. But there is this strong fated mates thing where these two are very connected to each other. And I just love the story. I love how it ended. I loved the epilogue. I will say I'm not a huge person that like swoons over epilogues, but this was like one of my favorites. I absolutely loved it. But like I said, both of our two main characters, Darby and Kellen, they really have these tragic, horrible pasts, and so just them trying to find the strength to be with each other and get over that. It was just very touching and incredible, but I did love that, so that finishes that read. And I know that I had talked about a stack of books that I wanted to read for the rest of the week, but I said Panda Express tonight, whatever. I'm not really feeling any of those books right now, so I'm not gonna lie, because I've been like so consumed with Boys of Tommen and then reading this, I think I have developed a thing for Irish men. So I'm going to go on TikTok and see if I can find any recs for some books with Irish men. We'll see what I come up with. But if I don't, I am kind of intrigued. I did mention this yesterday on my list, but I think I might start Mile High. I don't know. It is thicker. I know that shouldn't determine whether I read a book or not because I have been binging Boys of Tommen, but I don't know. I don't know. But I do want to keep reading tonight. So I have my Dr. Pepper, and my Kindle is fully charged over there. So I will see what I can come up with. Okay, it is Tuesday afternoon. I have just got off work. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I needed my Dr. Pepper. If I haven't mentioned before, I hate coffee. I cannot drink it. I don't like it. So all the girlies out there that love their iced coffee, I don't. This is my coffee, okay? I need it daily to like keep my sanity. But anyway, okay, so I think I said last night that I was trying to find like more Irish books to read. I couldn't find anything. I found a few things on TikTok, but they were all just like Irish mafia men. But I think I want like an Irish setting too. And also, a lot of the Irish mafia books I've read, they don't even have an accent. They just are like descended from Ireland. So that's not really what I want, but I have been listening to the audiobook of Keeping 13. I mentioned that I'm actually listening to the audiobook instead, just because I wanted to try it out this time, because it is a very long book, and I'm kind of trying to take my time because I want to reread Saving 6 before Redeeming 6 comes out, and I just don't want it all to be done quickly because there's still like a good 3.5 weeks left. But I'm really enjoying the audiobook. I have to say the narrator who does Johnny does a fabulous job, because I will not lie, I do struggle with the Irish terminology, and I do have to look up a lot of the pronunciations, and the audiobook is just kind of really soothing. However, I did just get to that part. If you've read Keeping 13, you'll know what that part is that I am talking about. It's a very big scene. It's a very emotional, impactful scene, and I was crying listening to it. I cried when I read it the first time, just because I was so shocked at what was happening, but like this time, because I knew it was happening, I started to tear up, because like, I'm not spoiling this, but the thing that happens is really bad, and pretty much it just starts off on this random day at school with just this series of events that just keeps going from worse to worse to worse, and it just ends in this like crazy finale this night, and it's very emotional. And I did forget some things about it. Like I remember Joey's reactions to it, but I forgot how intense it was. And just now that we've had like half of Joey's story in his point of view, just getting everything that's been happening in Binding 13 and Keeping 13 in his perspective in Redeeming. I do follow Chloe Walsh's Facebook group, and she does post a lot there, and she has said that Redeeming 6 is going to be very emotional. It's going to be a lot worse than Saving 6, which I can understand why, because you're getting the events of B13 and K13 in that book. And like I said, just this whole emotional day of events that happens in this part of the book, I'm not ready for Joey's point of view. I'm seriously tearing up just thinking about it, but I've been listening to it. Like, I listened to it for several hours last night. I ended up going to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning because I just couldn't stop listening. And it's such a powerful and emotional and impactful book. And it doesn't matter how many times you've read it, you know what's happening. And I think it's just harder reading it the second time around, just because you know what to expect. But I kind of want to take a break from all the depression that I've been reading lately. So I'm still going to keep audiobooking this in the next week, but I do need to pick up a read now that I am home. So I'm going to keep browsing my Kindle. I do still have my arc of The Coven that I need to read. I'm about 20% in. It's good so far, but I don't think I'm far enough in that like I'm absolutely obsessing over the story. This is the same author that wrote the Beyond the Veil series, which is one of my favorite fantasies, but it did take me like about 50% in to get really addicted to that. So we'll see how that goes. I'll read some more of that today, but honestly, I really don't know what my mood is vibing with right now. Since I finished The Devil of Dublin, I kind of want another story where both characters have these very tragic and dark pasts, and then also this like epic love connection. I'm kind of like feeling those vibes right now. So I don't know, I'm going to go home. Well, I am home, kind of. But I'm gonna sit down and kind of look through TikTok, Bookstagram, see if anything sparks some like, oh my gosh, I need to read this. But yeah, that's my very long rant for our update for now. But yeah, Chloe Walsh just keeps giving me depression, but I have to say I eat this shit up. I read the Broken series in December. That is Chloe's first series, and it obviously it's not as good as Boys of Tommen, but it's still very equally emotionally gripping, and yeah. But those are my updates, and I will talk to you guys in a bit.
Several days later.
Okay, it is the following Sunday. I don't even remember the last time I updated you guys. This is a really chaotic and sucky vlog, so I'm sorry. I'm still trying to like get in the hang of this, but yeah, it's just been an insane, busy, crazy week. We're about like 3 weeks away from spring break, and I'm just at that point where I just want it to be summer vacation. I am a teacher and I'm checked out. The other teachers are checked out. The students are checked out. I'm just done, and I'm in a slump. My life's in a slump. So I think when I last updated you guys, I was finishing up my reread of Keeping 13, and I did finish it. Definitely a lot more tears the second time reading it, especially after reading Saving 6 and Joey's POV and knowing we're going to get everything in Keeping 13 in Redeeming 6, but in Joey's POV. It's a lot, and I know like the last 3 weeks I've done nothing but consume myself with Boys of Tommen, and it is a heavy series and it's a lot, and it has put me in a slump. Now, I did read Devil in Dublin last week. I know that was like the beginning of this reading vlog. Like I said, my mess is chaotic. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. Like, it's daylight savings and I'm just all over the place right now. So I read Devil in Dublin and I really liked it. It was a perfect 5-star for me, but once again, it was just another one of those like really good heartbreaking books, but it put me in a slump. So I really, other than that and Keeping 13, I didn't read a whole lot this week. Now I will say Friday, I decided to try another one of Chloe Walsh's series because I'm like, you know what? This woman is the reason that I'm in a slump. So this woman can be the reason that I get out of a slump. So I did read the Broken series back in December. It was one of my favorite series of 2022. It's dramatic, very Wattpad-y, but it's very like, it sucks you in. It'll definitely help get you out of a slump. And so I had been wanting to read the next series, Carter Kids, which is the next generation. So I started book 1 on Friday night, and I am on book 4, which is the last book in this one couple, their story. There's a total of 6 books, so the next 2 will follow the next kid, but I'm really liking it. I don't think I like it as much as the Broken series, but this one is just equally like dramatic. It's got a lot to it. I will say that he's a fighter, so there's a different aspect there, and she's an exchange student from Ireland. But yeah, it's a very dramatic series. Like I said, there's 4 books. The first book takes place when they're in high school, and then at the end there's a 7-year time jump. And normally I hate time jumps like that are that big, but for this story it totally worked because books 2, 3, and 4 are later on. So I actually kind of enjoyed it because that first book you get how they fell in love, how they had this crazy romance, and then something happens that's going to keep them apart for 7 years. And it's just, I don't know, I really like the story because neither of them ever stopped loving each other, but both of them felt very betrayed by each other. So I don't know, it's really fun. I'm halfway through book 4 right now, so I don't know how it's gonna end, but I am really liking it. I don't know. Like I said, I still feel like I'm in a slump, so I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I was thinking of starting the next book in the series, but I don't want to binge them all because then that just makes my mind feel way too chaotic. So I might try to finish up my Arc of the Coven because I do need to get that done before the 15th. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm just all over the place. I did go shopping today. I did go to the mall. I got myself some new shoes, so that was fun. And then I did stop at Barnes & Noble, and I'm proud of myself. I didn't buy anything, okay? I just looked, but they have quite a good selection. I did notice they had Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I have not seen that in any stores, so that just shows you how big that book is becoming, that you can now find it in a Barnes & Noble, which is just absolutely insane to me. But anyway, it is almost 4:30 now on Sunday. It feels like it's 3:30. Like I said, it's daylight savings. I'm all over the place. So I'm gonna watch the finale of The Last of Us tonight. And then I'm gonna try to finish this last book in Carter Kids. And then I don't know what I wanna read next, you guys. I really don't. I know I've been saying I wanted to read a fantasy. It's been a really long time, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the point of this check-in was, but it's been like 5 days since I've checked in. So I guess we'll just see where the rest of the evening takes us. Next day, I just got home from school. I have to go back in a little bit. It's carnival week, so all the teachers just kind of have to put in a lot of extra hours. So it's just going to be a long week, but I did finish up the 4th book in Carter Kids during my lunch break today. I really, really liked it. It definitely took a turn that I did not see coming. So check your trigger warnings before reading the series, but I, once again, enjoyed it. Chloe Walsh hits it out of the park every single time. I have now read 11 of her books, and not one of them disappoints me. I will say that the Broken series and Carter Kids are 2 of her earlier series, and she has admitted on her Facebook group that she does want to go back and edit them. So they do read very Wattpad-y, but they are very good. They are very gripping, lots and lots of drama. If I didn't mention kind of what Carter Kids was about, it's the next generation in the Broken series. The first couple you're going to follow is Noah and Tegan. Tegan is an Irish transfer student or something like that. And Noah is a fighter. And you just kind of see their relationship span in the 7 or 8 years that they're together. They go through the ringer together. But I really enjoyed the ending. I don't know if I want to pick up book 5, which is going to be the next couple, because it set them up really, really well in these first 4 books. I don't know. I do know that I do need to pick up a paperback this week because I have not picked one up since Devil of Dublin. So I have decided it's time to get back into the Addicted series. So I last read Hot House Flower back in November, and I want to finish the last 5 books this year. So it is my goal for 2023 to finish the rest. I do like to spread them out because I love this series and I don't want it to end. So I think I'm gonna get back into some Lily and Lo with a paperback. I still have my arc. Now, I don't hate my arc, okay? I know I've mentioned several times in this vlog that I have an arc that I need to read. I'm making slow progress. Now, my thing is, it's not that it's bad. It's good. But I'm just not in a paranormal romance mood right now. And that's the tricky thing about arcs, is when you get them, like, you have to read them by a certain time. And when you're not in the mood for a book, it just really makes it hard. So I'm definitely going to make that priority. It needs to be done before Thursday of this week. And then I'm also going to try this. We'll just kind of see where my mood goes. I may want to pick up some more Chloe Walsh just because she's pulling at my heartstrings right now. She really, really writes these heartbreaking, wholesome romances, I have to say. So I don't know. We will just see where the afternoon goes. But like I said, I do have to go back up to school in a little bit for a meeting. So maybe I will download a new audiobook to listen to on the way because it is a 30-minute drive. But until then, I think I'm going to dive back into some Lily and Lo. Okay, me again. It is later Monday. I have finished my staff meeting and it went a lot quicker than I thought it was going to go. Thank the Lord. So I think I'm going to end this reading vlog here because I realized I've been working on this vlog for over a week and I'd just like to start a new one. Alright, so I downloaded book 5 of Carter Kids on my Kindle just because I was thinking about it a lot and I think I just want to finish it because there's 2 more books in that series. So I'll just finish it and get there. And then I'm going to also go back and forth with Thrive. But I think I will end this vlog here because it's very long. It's been going on for like 8 days now and I would just like to start a new vlog, start fresh. As always, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!